time I'm really going to use a balloon example, okay, and use my number line to show you. Okay, so say I have a balloon, and it is starting at a negative 10. Okay, so let's say my balloon, no, actually, let's have my balloon start at 5. Okay, so we're going to say the balloon starts at 5, and I want to take away 9 bags. No, let's see, let's take away 4 bags of sand. So I have 5 minus negative 4. Okay, without even thinking about KFC right now, let's just plot this on the number line. Okay, the balloon starts at 5, so I'm going to put my dot right at 5. Okay, and then I'm going to take away 4 bags of sand. Okay, if I take away 4 bags of sand, you should realize that the balloon is going to go up, right? So if I take away sand, I'm going up 4 units, which would mean that my balloon would end at 9. There's a difference of 4 spaces between these two. Let's just watch how that works, okay? Let's do KFC just to test to see if we're right. 5 plus a positive 4, because we have to do keep, flip, change, equals 9. Okay, the balloon went up 4 units. That's the distance between the two. 4 units. So I wanted to show you that using a number line, you can also figure out subtraction of integer problems if you're having trouble with KFC. But as you can see, we have written the same subtraction problem as an addition sentence and solved it, and we got the exact same answer. Okay, let's go ahead and go to our next slide and show you another way to use the number line. Okay, the first thing I also want to tell you is that the symbol for subtraction, the minus sign, okay, whoops, it has 2 meanings, okay? Okay, one is to minus or take away. Okay, the second one is the difference or the distance between 2 numbers. Let's show an example. For example, for minusing or taking away, you could say that 10 minus 7 equals 3. That is a subtraction problem. 10 minus 7 equals 3. Let's show that as a distance between 2 numbers on the number line. Okay, if I have, let's start here with my 0. Okay. My 10 will be all the way up at the top. Then I have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, negative 9, and negative 10, all the way down here. So let's show this as the distance between 2 numbers. Okay, if I start up at 10, okay, here's where I'm starting. Starting at the 10, and I am going to move 7 units. Okay, so if I move 7 units, where will I go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I move 7 units, I end up at 3. Seven units is right here, and and then we end up at 3 for our final answer. So the difference is the distance between two numbers. That means that the distance between 10 and 7 on the number line is 3, okay? Or the distance between 10 and 3 is 7 units. The other way that you could have shown this would be if you used your KFC, you could have also shown this as 10 plus a negative 7, which also equals 3. Okay, so if you had started, the way you could show that, if you wanted to show that on the number line, was you move, I'm going to switch colors here for a second. If you take your arrow and move up 10 units, and then you go back up 7 units, okay, you're going to take away the 7 units, and you end up at 3. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and go to our next example. Okay, I'm going to show you another example of using distance to help us solve subtraction problems. And I'm going to start with a simple problem, 5 minus 1. Okay, so that would mean that we should start our number line. I'm going to put my 0 in, and I'm going to have 5 down here. Okay, so if we start at 5, okay, this is where we are starting, and we take away 1, our distance is 4, okay? The distance between 5 and 1, okay, that distance right there is 4 units. You can count them out by going 1, 2, 3, 4 units, okay? Now, what you can also look at here is this number here is larger. This one is smaller. When you are taking a smaller number from a larger number, your answer is going to be positive. 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. Okay, now what if we switch this around and we said 1 minus 5? Okay, this is still the distance between the numbers 1 and 5. You can see the distance between 1 and 5 is still going to be 4 units. It doesn't matter that you have flipped the numbers, except I'll show you in your answer. It's still 4 units between 1 and 5, but in this case we have the smaller number taking away the larger number. That means that our answer will be negative. So in this case, our answer would be a negative 4. Okay. Let's go ahead and add another slide. I want to do one more kind of a real-world example with you. Okay, this time I'm going to draw a number line for you, and let me just put this in real quick for you. Okay, I'm going to draw a vertical number line. Okay, and I'm going to start it at a 60 feet above the ground, and I'm going to use tens for my units just to make it easy. Please go ahead and draw this in your notes as well. Okay, now the problem that I'm facing is my building is 60 feet tall. The parking lot was built 50 feet under the ground. whoops, it was built 50 feet into the ground. How far is it from the top of my building to the parking lot, to the bottom of the parking lot? Okay, so what we are facing here is looking at our building is up here. Okay, this is where our building is. It is 60 feet above the ground. Okay, there is my building. Okay. The parking lot is way down here. Okay, my parking lot is built way down here at -50. I want to know the distance between the very top of my building to the bottom of my parking lot. So I'm talking about a distance that covers from 60 feet above the ground to 50 feet under the ground. Okay, my actual math problem is 60 minus a -50 because my parking lot is at -50 below the ground. What is my answer? I'm looking for the total distance between the two. If you look here, this is a lot of distance, right? How would we figure it out? Well, we have multiple options now because we have learned so many tricks. We could use KFC, which always works, or we could think about what we just learned with the number line and think that we're looking for the distance between these two, which is 110. You could count if you wanted by tens. This would be, let's look here, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110 units. It's 110 units. Okay. Oops, sorry. Erase that. It is 110 units. Now, when you are talking about distance, you are talking about absolute value. Okay, distance is always represented in positive numbers. So we're talking about absolute value here. So it should be a positive number. Remember the trick we also said is that when you are doing subtraction, if your larger number is taking away the smaller number, your answer is positive. The other way we can always double check is use our KFC. 60 plus 50, that's how I do my KFC, just keep the problem simple, equals 110 feet. Okay? I hope in this lesson that you have seen that all subtraction problems can be rewritten as addition problems. Okay? We could also write addition problems as subtraction problems too, just so you know. In fact, let's do one of those really quickly before we end this lesson. I don't want you to be left without understanding that. So go ahead and add one more slide, and let's show an addition problem. Okay, if we have an addition problem, 9 plus a -6, we can also write that as a subtraction problem. That is the same thing as saying 9 minus 6. And the reason that's true is because, think of your hot air balloon. The balloon is starting at 9. You are adding 6 bags of sand, which drops your balloon to 3, which is the same thing, we should know this by now, as having our balloon start at 9 and taking away 6 bags of gas. Adding sand or taking away gas, both will bring the balloon down. Okay? So again, I hope you've learned a lot in this lesson. I hope you learned that addition problems can be written as subtraction problems. Subtraction problems can all be written as addition problems. You have multiple ways to solve them. You can either use KFC, you can think about your balloon, you can also use the number line and think about the distance between the units. And remember that if you're taking a smaller number from a bigger number, the answer is going to be positive. If you're taking a bigger number from a smaller number, your answer will be negative. I hope this helps. Good luck on your practice problems, and bye for now.